much more dialogue about policy-related research issues than in England there typically now is. While I was at the YJB, I organised regular meetings to which those academics interested in youth justice policy and research were invited. I did so that we could discuss collectively about how the research agenda could be best promoted. I did so because we didn't have much of a budget to fund it ourselves, and because I wanted to open up the possibility of us looking to both the ESRC and to the major charitable foundations to see whether a budget might be developed there. I also thought that the dialogue was inherently desirable. There needs to be much more discussion of that nature, and I think, particularly as a result of everything that I heard by way of introduction, that that's likely to happen here. I would like to think that we must soon reach a point when senior politicians in Whitehall will realise that it's in their interest to distance themselves from the day-to-day operational and policy-making fray, and for us to return to a state in which policy is developed rather more cautiously, with the widest possible engagement of both the academy and senior practitioners. Criminal justice policy making needs to be much less frenetic, much better based on both evidence and a collective memory about what has been tried before and what did and did not work. The academy needs to be more aware on their part of the constituency and media pressures to which politicians are today continuously subject. And politicians need to be reminded that there are no quick fixes, no panaceas, and that to resort to soundbite announcements, ill thought through, are liable to backfire on them and bite them in the neck. I think you stand a much better chance of achieving such a restoration here in Scotland than we do in England, and I think your Scottish Centre should make a very significant contribution to that future. I think that it's more likely here for the reasons I've already given. But I also remember things that were said to me every time I made a foray, as I have done regularly over the last 20, 30 years, to Scotland to look at aspects of policing or youth justice or the prison system. I've often been impressed by what I've seen in Scotland, and I've often noted that as I've been seen off by my Scottish hosts, they've quite often said to me, "For God's sake, don't talk about any of this down in London." They've not wanted London and Whitehall to be aware of the degree to which Scotland was pursuing its own distinctive path or resisting London fashions. Today, I doubt that you need the protection of silence. In my experience, Scotland manages to find its own sensible way and avoid the policy excesses that too often prevail south of the border, and I think this centre should positively assist the preservation of that proud tradition. I wish you well.